This morning I saw an email, which I see every single day, Napoleon Hill's Thought for the Day. If you haven't signed up for that, it's free. Go ahead and sign up for it. Sometimes it'll be a review and sometimes it'll be a new thought. So not a bad way to start your day. But today's I wanted to read to you. It is short and then a couple comments. So, actions, not words, are the greatest means of self-praise. There are times when you will be asked to put yourself forward to compete for a position or a contract, and you will have to speak about your accomplishment. Naturally, you will want to put the best foot forward. Be certain, however, that when you do so, you are confident that honest inquiry will support what you say about yourself. If your actions have been wise and responsible, the record will show this. Leaders in any organization are those who say, let's get going, let's do something, rather than wait around and see what happens. When your past actions demonstrate that you are a person who accepts responsibility and shows others the way, your career and your relationships will benefit you accordingly. You know, it's really interesting when you look at, and maybe politicians are some of the best to watch for this, is we all have, a BS meter, if you will. And a lot of times politicians come into office, they blame the previous people and circumstances for where they are for absolutely as long as they think that they can do that and maybe never stop doing it. Years in, they're still saying, well, this was the problem that was given to us. This was something that we inherited. And when things are not going well, they then say all the things that they think are going well. And you get the feeling oftentimes, do you not think that we really can understand what the situation is and what the truth is? So you can learn a lot about what not to do by watching politicians. But absolutely, take responsibility for your successes and your failures. A lot of times, however, really good leaders end up giving the success to those below them, and they realize that their success is going to be who they mentor, who they have as employees, who they teach along the way, et cetera, et cetera. That's going to be the measure of their success, because nobody does this alone. But think about that. When you've had a failure, think about why it was a failure. Take responsibility. One of the ways that you generate loyalty in people. I remember early in my career, I learned that when I got a new person, I would say, we want to have an open dialogue. I want to know the problems. Be sure to tell me about those so we can solve them. If it goes wrong, I'll take the hit on that the first time. But if it happens again, you're going to take the hit. And so that's a great case, I think, of one, learning some leadership skills. It took me a long time to do that. And then two, building loyalty by saying, I recognize that we're going to make mistakes. I'm going to give you some measure of cover until you learn. But guess what? If you don't learn, no, I'm not going to do that. And you're going to be responsible for your actions as well. So think about that. Again, actions, not words, are the greatest means of self-praise. And if you think about that and you act accordingly, you will usually have more success than those that try to pawn off their failures on somebody else or circumstances and try to take successes where they really didn't have a right to take the successes. And again, you see that a lot in politicians. So if you're thinking about how do I get started with these conversations, reaching out to people in your business acquisition journey, go ahead over to the website and get the free course that's there, Conversation Starters. And if you want to go there directly, brucewhipple.com/free course. There are some openings in group coaching. So when you're over at the website, take a look at group coaching, take a look at the VIP Mastermind. There's a couple spots open in that as well. And decide if those are things that would help you, certainly. The other thing recently was we put an AI course up there. It's been really well received. It's a super powerful tool. It is a tool, however, so you need to learn how to use it. But think again about your actions, not your words, being the greatest means of self-praise. and act accordingly. And I think you will be pleased than those that don't do that.